So I've got an unboxing video for you guys today. Check this out. This is the Blackwidow Elite made by Razer. It's a mechanical keyboard. Went with the yellow switches on this one, which is pretty similar to the Speed Silvers. So essentially they're linear and they have a little bit of a shorter travel distance. So the actuation point is actually 1.2 plus or minus 0.3 millimeters. Like I said, this is the Razer yellow switch. There is a lifespan of 80 million keystrokes. The actuation force is 45 grams. And then, yeah, so these are linear and silent with a little bit shorter of a actuation point and overall travel from top to bottom. So I've got this over here open on my computer here. So essentially there's a chroma RGB lighting, which is Razer's own kind of terminology for the lighting. You can also sync it up with other Razer products. So I'm currently using the Razer Viper Mini, and you can sync that up with the same color scheme, the same kind of rotation. Say if you want like a breathing effect or something like that, you can really sync these two together to have the same color and the same patterns and everything like that. So it's gonna be very nice to kind of get a very seamless design for your peripherals. This does have a magnetic wrist rest included. I typically don't use them, so I'm not really gonna even open it. I'm just gonna show you guys what it looks like inside the box. And then there is a volume control wheel, which is tactile. I'm very excited for that. And then the media keys, you can play, pause, forward and back, your tracks, and then you can also mute and unmute your audio. There is a USB pass-through as well as a 3.5 millimeter pass-through as well. I typically don't use those as well, but they are available should you need those extra ports. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this unboxing here. Typical Razer fashion does have a little peek-through window where you can get a sample of the keys. Feeling quite nice. So I'll spin this around for you guys so you can see the box here. Very, very nice. All black interior. I like how they have the little pouch for the manuals and stickers probably. Like I said, a little pass-through here for the keys. You do get a plastic cover, but of course with the pass-through, it does not cover the arrow keys. So that's gonna be susceptible to dust and grime and things like that. I typically like to cover my keyboards when not in use with these included plastic covers, just to keep all the dirt and dust and grime out of my keyboards when I'm not using them. All right, so looks like we pulled this out here. Nothing in that. And then the keyboard should just kind of pop out here. Not sure what that's in there for. This definitely does have some weight to it, as you can see here. The wrist rest did fall out. Very nice padded design. It is angled ever so slightly, front to back. And yeah, it attaches magnetically to the front of this keyboard here. And there is the keyboard itself. There she is right there, you guys. Keyboard's definitely got some weight to it. Switches feel pretty good actually. Very similar to my Speed Silvers. And inside the box, of course, you do get your typical manuals. For gamers, by gamers. Awesome. Little congrats card, quick start guide, and probably some stickers or something like that in there. Yeah, right here. Razer Chroma RGB sticker, you get a Razer logo, Razer text logo, and then for gamers, by gamers logo there. There's also a barcode on there for some reason, but there are the stickers. Pretty cool. This is the keyboard itself. Let's check out the wiring here really quick. Very nice Razer rubberized tether here. It's awesome that Razer always includes these. This is a very high-grade rubber too. It's very pliable and stretchable. As to be expected with these pass-throughs, the cable is quite thick and pretty stiff, but not that you really need like a paracord for a keyboard or anything like that. The bottom of the keyboard, there are 3 pass-throughs, so you have the center channel, and then you can also route it to the left or the right side as needed. And these channels, pretty nice. Okay, so the cable itself, let's check it out really quick. It's got quite a bit of length to it. That may be about like 6 or 7 feet. Not too sure on the exact length here. Like I said, thickness pretty substantial. You do get kind of this block where everything joins together, and then you have your 3 cables that come out of there. So of course, this is your 3.5mm audio jack, and that goes directly to your computer, and then you can plug some headphones into the left side of it right there. So the two USB plugs here, so they are labeled, thankfully. So this one is labeled port. So this is the pass-through that you connect your keyboard, and then you can connect a USB peripheral right here on the left side there. And then the other one is simply with a RAZER logo, and that's going to be your direct keyboard connection. Typical RAZER fashion, there is a bit of green inlays in there inside the port. Really strong branding by RAZER, which is always the case. And then the connectors are just standard silver. They aren't like gold plated or anything fancy. Pretty straightforward. So on the bottom here, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rubber pads. There is one pretty substantial rubber pad on the front middle, which is really nice to have this large center portion. A lot of times some keyboards will only have these pads on the four corners, leaving the middle susceptible to like droppage, or they'll start to droop down with the weight of your hands over time. The keys themselves, they feel very nice. I like the actuation force needed, and then also the short travel distance feels very nice as well. Starting to hear a little bit of a ping though. Not ideal, but it's also not very substantial of a pinging or resonating sound. I've definitely heard worse, but a little bit let down for something of this caliber. There are your three media controls right there. So you have play, pause right here in the center, and you have forward and back just adjacent to that. You have your mute and unmute button right here on the top corner and centralized on that wheel. And the wheel feels very nice, tactile. The font itself is very attractive. It's got that gamery look, but at the same time, it's not like overdone and obnoxious. It's just really subtle and professional, typical RAZER fashion. This actually might be the same font that they're using in the logo itself. And then the spacebar itself, it's got a little bit of wobble to it. It's not like super substantial, but then at the same time, it's not stable as well. It's just kind of right in the middle of what I've seen on keyboards. And as you can see by the profile, it is tapered just a little bit. Pretty nice. Edges don't stick out all that much, and you do get a beveled edge here up on the front lip. Wrist rest attaches magnetically. And then on the bottom, you do get two flip out feet here on the corners. What's nice about this one though is that it has two levels of adjustability. So you can flip them out for full height, and then you can flip down one of them for a medium height. You can sit flat like this, you can sit full height like this, and then you can get a medium just like that. So this is the quickest mechanical switch made for gaming by RAZER, and it reduces the actuation distance by 20%, so that is a welcome feature. So I'm a designer and I use Macs quite a bit, MacBooks, Mac Pros, things like that. And of course, with the little scissor switch keyboards, the travel distance is like what, like something like 3 millimeters. And then going to a gaming keyboard with a full travel switch feels quite a big of a jump, and it kind of throws me off a little bit. So something like this is going to be a good medium point. If you're a designer and you use Macs and you go back to gaming PCs, this is probably going to suit you very well to be kind of a happy medium. And this does have fully programmable macros as well. So the magnetic wrist rest is plush leatherette. Supposedly has some type of memory foam or something like that. Again, I typically don't like to use wrist rests. I just like to have my palm just directly onto the desk surface itself. This does have a military grade top plate that's metal, so that should be great for durability. This keyboard also is available in green, orange, and then yellow switches as well. The greens are tactile and clicky, which is kind of like a Cherry MX Blue. The orange is tactile and silent, which is kind of like an MX Brown. Like I said, these yellows are pretty similar to a Speed Silver, which is actually what I'm using currently. So this is my current keyboard that I'm using. It's a 10 keyless dark matter mechanical keyboard, it does have speed silvers in here. So I'll go ahead and do a quick comparison of the sound between these and these, see how similar or different they are. So this is gonna be a quick typing test of the RAZER Blackwidow Elite full-size keyboard. So there is a close-up look of the lighting effects. Pretty nice. So right out of the box, it's just cycling through all the colors in a very slow fashion. Pretty nice and subtle, in my opinion. And here is WASD. So this is going to be a variety of key presses, both just in difference in pressure and speed. All right, so here's a close-up of the media controls and the audio ring. So this was my unboxing and quick first look of the RAZER Blackwidow Elite full-size gaming keyboard. Really excited to spend some time with this and get you guys a proper review video in a couple months. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button, like, comment as usual, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.